Yo, welcome back to the Jazz series. This is episode 3. We got a lot to discuss. We got a lot to discuss. The first thing I want to say about this team, as you can see the schedule and whatever is in front of us, we're 3-3. Okay. But even with us being 3-3, I do want to say this team is kind of fun. This team is kind of fun. We're definitely going to talk a lot about this guy, as y'all can see with the title and the thumbnail. This dude has been incredible. He's been amazing. There's not much I can say about this team, about him with this team. There are some bright spots, but there are also some dark and low spots. And I'm going to be honest, I do not think that we're as good as I thought we could have been. We're not bad either, which is the problem. To me, you either want to be good or you want to be bad, but you never really want to be in that middle ground, especially when Rudy Gobert is your best player and your highest paid player. You got 3 years left on the contract. We want to be in a spot where if we're going to be in the draft lottery again, we don't want to have the 11th pick. We want to be a lot higher. We want to get somebody who can change the game. You look around and look at these teams. They got Donovan Mitchell now, but they also have him with RJ Barrett. Looking at the teams that have, the draft, they got Luka. They got a lot of these teams have guys, Jokic, even Michael Porter Jr., the Halliburtons, Zion or the Ingrams, Cade Cunningham. They went and signed Zach LaVine. Scotty Barnes, Jalen. We want to have a guy. We want a Devin Booker. We want a Shea. We want a Cat or Anthony Edwards. We want that of our own, and every team has one of those type of guys. A LaMelo. We want that. If we're not going to be good, then that's what we're out here searching for. So that's the dilemma that I'm in. As far as us being 3-3, we look super different against a lot of different teams. We won this first game against the Suns. We looked really well. These 2 games against the Warriors, man, the Warriors are a headache. In all fairness, we should be 4-2. I played around in this Kings game, and I played all of these games. All 6 of these games, I played all 4 quarters, all 12 minutes, and I controlled everything. Except I leave the substitution pattern. I leave it on auto, so I let the coach really run the rotation or whatever. But in this game specifically, we lost by 7. I started Jaden Hardy this game. Our starting point guard is Tyus Jones, but for some reason I was so thirsty and I really just wanted to see Jaden Hardy as a starting point guard, give him some type of opportunity. And he only played 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes were not as good as when Tyus Jones was in. It was night and day. And I know this looks like Tyus Jones' best game as a Jazz with 23 and 11. But the decision was made before he really got going. The offense is entirely different when Tyus Jones is running the show. Probably because of his badges, his passing attributes and everything. But guys make more shots. We get into our stuff. I know exactly what I'm out there to do with them. Jaden Hardy, it's do you pass? Do you score? You're trying to be aggressive. It's really like bringing on a rookie. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing I do like about 2K is I'm going to have to be patient with Jaden Hardy. I'm not going to be able to just throw him into the lineup and he becomes a superstar. So he's the 6th man. I'm going to put him in the 6-man role. This game is what showed me that. And when I put in Tyus to start the second half, it was just a little too late. The Kings were rolling. De'Aaron Fox was just impossible to guard in that fourth quarter. He was phenomenal for them. But yeah, Rudy. Let's talk about Rudy. First and foremost, I just want to show y'all the stats. Rudy is averaging 16.5 points, which as of right now, let's go and look, is the most he's ever averaged point-wise. He averaged 16 points once, and we're now got him close to 17. And he's averaging 18 rebounds, which is by far the most he's ever averaged. He's averaging 2.5 assists. He's averaging a steal. Has he ever averaged a steal? He's never averaged a steal. He's averaging a steal. He's also averaging 4 blocks. He's shooting 75% from the field, which has dropped. He was shooting 83%. He's shooting 75% from the field. He's shooting a career high 76% from the free throw line. He's also taking his fair share of free throws. He's playing a lot more aggressive. So I don't want y'all to think he just made a couple of free throws. He's made 13 out of 17. That's probably, has anybody else shot that many free throws? No, he shot a team high in free throws. Oh, him and Cam Reddish, and Cam has made all of his. But Rudy is playing like an MVP. Like, show y'all some of these games against who? Against the Spurs. Look at this game he had against the Spurs, y'all. He had 10 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, and 10 blocks. Yes, he had a triple-double with blocks. 10, 14, 7, and 10. I didn't even realize that he had as many assists as he did. And by the time I realized it was too late, I would have tried to get him 10 assists for sure. But this is like my gosh. 10, 14, 7, and then 10 blocks. I didn't even realize he had 10 blocks until after the game. I'm like, whoa. I was so amazed. I put it on Twitter. Like, I just couldn't believe that he had the game that he had. Even when you look at the Suns game, how did he do against the Suns? He had, what, 18 and 18 or something? 19 points, 17 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. 8 and 9 from the field. 19 and 17. Like, those are crazy numbers. Those are crazy numbers. Against the Kings, was this the game he had 18 and 18? Yeah, 18 points, 18 rebounds, block and a steal. A lot of these teams, they come and they play against us, and they play so far away from the rim that it's so tough for him to get blocks. He had 7 against the Warriors, and we almost won this game. We played this was a beautiful game. The Warriors, shout out to Schneid, shout out to Sim Gaming Network. That's why I love Schneid. I value his input, his sliders, anything he tells me to do. He always tells me, when you're about to play a team, control the team. I go in, I control the team. I make sure their points of emphasis and their coaching settings are right. I go in, I touch to rotate, just to make it as competitive as possible. I play on a new camera angle that he suggested, because he tells me all of these things matter to make the game more competitive for when I play. And he gives me that best experience. And I know I lost, which I hate losing, but it was fun losing to the Warriors, because they literally played the same exact way that they do in real life. From backdoor me, flare screens, down screens. Draymond had, where is he? He had 19 assists, y'all. They ate us up. Curry had 49, 9, and 8. They ate us up. This was one of the most fun games I played. Like, if we do make the playoffs, I hope we get matched up with them, because I want y'all to see. And I'm mad at myself for not recording against the Warriors, because I would love to have showed y'all how they were playing. But yeah, Rudy has been that dude, man. 16 points, 23 rebounds, 7 blocks, 2 steals, like 8 of 10. He's been really, really good. Even in this game right here, when we lost by 11, this game was a lot close to the end. Rudy, 15, 14. He's been doing his thing. We beat the Heat. What did Rudy do in this game? 21 points, 22 rebounds, 3 blocks. Like, legitimately a monster. He still has his little moments. Like, it shows it's on like 8-11, only like 3 misses, but those 3 misses do be like crazy. Like, he got blocked by Steph Curry, walled up by Steph Curry one possession. That shit pissed me off. But other than those little misses and dinks he be having, he's playing a lot more aggressive. Before we start simulating, because this episode I really want to get through the month of November and start putting us into motion. The other guys I want to talk about really, really quick. Evan Fournier is our leading scorer. Evan Fournier has been flat out scoring the basketball. 23 points per game. He's shooting 51% from the field, 52% from the field. On 16 attempts, he's shooting 12 threes a game, and he's making 46%. He's making 5.5 threes out of 12 attempts. Like, he is really lighting it up. He's shooting 100% from the free throw line, so he's right now 50, 40, 100. The next guy is Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, his stats are solid. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. He's shooting the ball a little bit more better from the field. The last couple of games, he's really starting to turn that corner. That's why I don't really like the shoot percentages. But he's becoming like our go-to perimeter guy over the last 2 games. 29 here against the Warriors, 10 of 20, 2 of 5 from 3. And then this game against the Heat, he really showed his ass. 30 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 11 of 23, 4 for 10. And like I said, I played all of these games. I played every minute, every possession. Down the stretch, Cam Reddish was our go-to guy. He was getting us, because this was a tight game. We really took off at the end. with a couple daggers, but the majority of this game was extremely close, and we gave Cam Reddish the ball down the stretch to either score or make a play, and he guards every team's best player. He guarded Tyler Hero some of this game. He guarded Jimmy Butler against the Warriors. I know Steph, had an okay game statistically, but this is Cam Reddish guarding him with 8 of 27, 4 of 18. This game, I don't think I put him on Steph Curry until too late. Once Steph Curry is rolling, it's hard to stop him from getting 49 or whatever. But Cam Reddish is emerging. The other thing we have to talk about, this trading block. Mike Conley, going into the season, I knew Mike Conley wasn't going to be an answer. Just a veteran guard. He don't fit the timeline. He has been solid as a backup point guard here and there, spot minutes. But with his $25 million, I got to try to find a team. I got to do something with him because he's not going to come back. I'm not taking a team option. I have to give something for him. He's valuable in the right situation, whether it's backing up a point guard on a playoff team or going to a young team who needs I don't know. But he has value. He has had some good games with us. It's just that Tyus Jones he's another guy that I should be showing y'all, by the way. Matter of fact, before we even get into that, Tyus Jones is averaging 13 and 12. He's playing really good. 48% from the field, 50% from three, 100% from the free throw line. He's probably the league leader in assists. I would be surprised if he's not. Yeah. Like, Tyus Jones is a dog out here, bro. Tyus Jones be hooping. I'm not going to lie. Tyus Jones be hooping. He's a little small, so they sometimes exaggerate his shots being blocked. His shots get blocked a lot more than some of the other guys we go against, which I hate. But other than that, he finishes very, very well. He gets in there and he lays it up. We just got to get that three ball dropping a little bit more. But yeah, Tyus Jones is really doing his thing. But the trading block, I'm targeting James Wiseman. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I know a lot of y'all seeing that, like, what is that about? I'm gonna get to that. Landry Shamet just can't buy minutes in our rotation right now. We have too many wing players. And we shoot the ball so well that we're not really starving for the three-point arsenal that he has. We're not really breaking our necks for it because we shoot the ball so well already. Nikhil, this is tough. Nikhil is up here because he has value, but he's not really finding his footing with us, man. He's not playing bad, but he's not playing as good as I need him. And we got to free up minutes. If you look at our wing position, our wing depth on this team, it's like, man, if you're not really bringing in, I can't be giving you minutes. Because Quentin Grimes hoops. And I'm feeling bad because we're not giving Quentin Grimes the minutes that I feel like he deserves, because I'm trying my hardest to continue to give Nickeil Alexander-Walker minutes. But Quentin Grimes, man, statistically is probably not there because he's not, like I said, he's not playing. But if you, man, per 36, he's giving us 20 points. He shoots the ball so good. He shoots the ball so good. He's like the perfect catch and shoot guy. Nikhil, it's just inconsistent. I like his size. I'm playing around a little bit more with playing Cam Reddish at the 4 during certain stretches of the game. Maybe that can open up something for Nikhil where he can play with Cam. I don't know. But I'm just not getting the output that I feel I deserve from him or that I should be getting. Like, even his per 36 isn't as good as Quentin Grimes, and he plays way more minutes than him. It's just not, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nikhil has been disappointing me. He's been disappointing. Rudy Gay, he just doesn't fit. He's not big enough to rebound. He's not quick enough laterally. He's more of a mid-range scorer than a three-point guy. A lot of the opportunities for him within our offense comes from the three-point line. We shoot threes, y'all. We shoot threes. Like, I'm going to go to the stats from team-wise, and I just want to show y'all how we play. We get out here and run. We shoot threes. Points per game. We're the number 1 scoring team in the league. That's no surprise. We're coached by Mike D'Antoni. We give up just as many points as we score. Field goal percentage, top of the league. Field goals attempted, top of the league. But more important and more specifically, 3-point. That's what we do. So we shoot 95 shots per game. 45 of them are threes. 45 of them are threes. The rest are layups in transition, or Rudy or somebody dunking in for a dunk, Cam Reddish or something. But our offense is literally to generate threes. We run some sets, some down screens for Fournier, for Bogdanovich, Cam Reddish. And then if those don't work, we do pick and roll with Rudy. You have a lob option. You have a floater for Tyus, or he's kicking it out for a 3. That's what we doing. That's just how we play. And if we can get some defensive stops at any point during this season, we're gonna be a solid team. But it's not giving me that feel, which is why I'm looking at a guy like James Wiseman, because I'm saying to myself, I got Rudy playing at the MVP level. This is the best brand of basketball Rudy has ever played. Defensively, he's there. He's got a 7-block game, 10-block game. He's probably the league leader in blocks. He's probably the league leader in rebounds. He's scoring as high as he's ever scored from the field. He's shooting the best he's ever shot from the free throw line. Rudy Gobert is playing MVP basketball. If hypothetically speaking, we go to the calendar, if we win the next 3, and all of a sudden we're 6-3, 7-3, or something like that, Rudy is gonna be, and after the first month, he would be in the MVP conversation. He's playing phenomenal basketball. So if he can continue to play at that level, but we're losing, I have to try to get a package with the Warriors. I have to try to send him to the Warriors. I'm gonna have to. And James Wiseman is the type of player we would want. Like, hypothetically speaking, we go and we put some type of trade together. Yeah, I mean, Rudy. I don't know any other teams that make as much sense. You know, Wiseman is still only a 76. He's still only 21. They obviously playing Draymond and Kuminga. So they got Bol. They gave minutes to when we played. I'll give them Rudy. I'll even let them keep Kuminga. I know they're not gonna give up the farm for Rudy. But give me Wiseman, give me Moody, and give me, like, I guess Wiggins to make the money to match. We would have to figure something out. But, man, give me Wiseman. Give me Wiggs. Give me, like, Moody. And at this point, we got to make the players match. And he's getting 38. He's getting 33. So the money is basically matching between these two. And I would give them Nikhil and Rudy Gay. Or some shit, like, and we just ride out. We ride out. Like, this is how I feel. I'm not doing it now, obviously, because still want to play around with the team more, see if we can get better. But this is the type of stuff that's go through my mind when I'm looking at us and I'm playing. I'm like, we probably not as good as I thought we potentially could be. We probably not a playoff team. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. The Warriors just make all the sense in the world for Rudy, and the Celtics are kicking our ass right now. They've been one of the best teams in the league. Them, and surprisingly, the Blazers. The Blazers have been really good. I think the Blazers are the number 1 team in the West right now. Crazy, but it's true. And they wing tandem kill us. We don't really have the perimeter defense. I think we have guys who can be good perimeter defenders, but we're gonna have to give Cam Reddish time to develop. Fournier is just Bogdanovich is like, he's regressing. This is Rudy's probably worst game offensively. 7 points. Nikhil ain't doing shit. Quentin Grimes, I like. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna try to simp through this month. We beat the Pacers. The Jazz we're not trading Cam Reddish for Cameron Payne. We lose to the Spurs and the Kings again. I mean, the Warriors and the Kings again. I'm not giving up Cam Reddish, dog. He's literally been playing phenomenal. Rudy got a bruised right knee, and Rudy's back healed, and Tyus is now out. We'll get to that later. Tyus is out. NBA standings. Portland is not the top team no more. The West is just clumped together. We're the second worst team out West, but we're only 5 games behind. We're only 5 games back, but we just don't have shit, man. We don't have that go-to guy offensively, which is tough. Cam Reddish is doing his thing, but who's really out here with Cam Reddish as their number 1? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to build him up to be a very good number 2. Like, look at this shit. From 17 points, and just got 8. Rudy not even playing MVP basketball no more. There you go. 8 points, 20 rebounds, 6 blocks. That's what I like to see. Cam Reddish, 23, 7, and 7. Yes. Cam Reddish, 28. Yes, Cam. Even in these games we lose, and that's what we have to do. Cam Reddish doing his thing. But yeah, give me. That's what I want. I want y'all feedback on Rudy. What's y'all feedback on Rudy, man? Right now, the Warriors are the team that I'm looking at the most. He's back up to an 85. Cam Reddish has no green arrow. Like that's also something I'm considering. When I'm playing with these guys and I'm playing game by game, depending on how they perform, I may go in and boost up attributes myself, because their progression system is all like Nickeil Alexander has a green arrow for what? He hasn't done shit. He has not done anything. Mike Conley don't even fuck. Like, what is he doing? What are we doing, 2K? Cam Reddish should have 2 arrows right now. This dude has been hooping, averaging 18 for us. Centers around the league. The Knicks need a center, but we traded them Donovan. The Lakers don't have shit to give us. The Mavericks could be a team, but I don't see shit on this roster that I want. They have nothing I want. I put Simmons as their center because they didn't have a center, but again, they don't have anything I want either. Definitely not the Nuggets. I could do something with the Pacers. I would definitely take a Miles Turner and some other things. But Banchero and Rudy front court don't make sense. Makes sense when Miles Turner can space the floor. The Raptors, I would do something with the Raptors. They have the same team that they have in real life, except they went out and drafted a couple other people, but they have the same exact roster. I would do something with them. The Spurs, maybe. You have the Thunder, but they don't have no money to match because they have like no payroll. So yeah, I mean, you got like the Blazers, the Raptors, and really like the Warriors. I need some feedback, man. Like even them. Did we go out and get Porzingis for Rudy or some shit? Yeah, let me know some feedback, man. We got to figure out something to do with Rudy. I want to go in a young direction. I'm really liking the Warriors just because I can get James Wiseman. He ain't fit their timeline. Rudy is not fitting our timeline. We suck. We had 68 points right here against the Celtics. That's embarrassing. I'm going to see y'all next episode. I'm disgusted. 68 points? Really?